This is part 40 of my series of K-12 employees who have been arrested for crimes against children. If you missed parts 1 through 39 but you would like to see them, you can do that by clicking on the K-12 playlist. Today I'm talking about Harry Almond. Harry Almond was a teacher at Gravette High School when he was arrested in 2015. According to reports, Harry Almond was a computer business applications and accounting 1 and 2 teacher in 2015 when he was arrested and charged with 2 counts of SA. The arrest came after a report that Harry Almond hired a student to come into his home and help him organize and pack some things in his home because he was preparing to move. The student was identified in reports as he or she. There was nothing that identified either way, and it really doesn't matter because they're a victim. So the victim went to Harry Almond's home to help him pack and organize. They started with the garage. After about 30 minutes of work, Harry Almond invited the victim into his home. The victim sat on the love seat. The TV was on. Harry Almond came and sat beside the victim on the love seat, which made the victim feel very uncomfortable. The victim stood up, moved to a recliner to get away from the situation, and then at some point, Harry Almond got up and went to the kitchen. So the victim returned to the love seat because there was something in the chair that was uncomfortable. The victim thought maybe it was a spring or something, but it was uncomfortable to sit in. So after moving back to the love seat, Harry Almond came from the kitchen and sat beside the victim. At some point, Harry Almond put his hand on the victim's thigh and said, "Are you game?" The victim thought that Harry Almond was referring to going back to the garage and starting packing again. And they were like, "Yeah, I'm game. Let's go." Harry Almond said, "Okay, stand up." And when the victim stood up, Harry Almond started lifting their shirt to reveal their stomach and undoing their belt. The victim was kind of like, whoa, what are you doing? And Harry Almond's like, "I thought you said you were game." The victim's like, "No, I'm not game." So Harry Almond grabbed the student's waistband and pulled them back down to the couch. He took the student's hand and placed it on Harry Almond's thigh. He started inappropriately touching the student. The student got up and was like, no. Harry Almond told the student, "You don't know what you're missing." After the report was made to police by the victim, there was a control call that was made to Harry Almond. And on the control call, Harry Almond did admit to inappropriately touching the victim and asked the victim not to say anything. When police went to go speak to Harry Almond denied inappropriately touching the victim. But then the police were like, we had a control call. Harry Almond then admitted to inappropriately touching the victim, but said that he did it because he was trying to teach the victim a lesson about the dangers of what could happen at parties. Harry Almond was arrested and initially charged with 1 count of second-degree SA. As this report came out, more reports of inappropriate conduct came forward. He was eventually charged with a 2nd count of second-degree SA. Harry Almond pleaded guilty in 2017 to the 2 counts of second-degree SA and was sentenced to 6 years in the Arkansas Department of Corrections. Unfortunately, that's not where the story ends because Harry Almond could not stay out of trouble. In July of 2022, after he had been released from prison, Harry Almond was arrested for sexual indecency. That arrest was a misdemeanor. It did happen in Van Buren. He pled guilty, was sentenced to 365 days with 275 days in jail suspended, which left 90 days. He had already served 70, so that left 20 more. But Benton County, where the original charge was, filed a petition to revoke for this additional crime, and Harry Almond was returned to the Arkansas Department of Corrections where he is today. He does have a TE date set of November 2023. Maybe he'll be released at that time, maybe not. That remains to be seen. The Benton County Court has said they do not support his release at this time.